Word of the day. Word of the day. All right, our word of the day is reflection here. Now, we've seen the word reflection before, and we're going to dive into that here. Now, let's look at these top two examples. The difference between these top two examples is what the line of reflection is. Here it says reflect over the x-axis, and here it says reflect over the y-axis. I'm going to give you a pro tip here. It is a good idea to highlight the line of reflection. So I'm going to highlight the x-axis here, and I'm going to highlight the y-axis here. All right. I'm going to start with this x-axis, right? So I'm reflecting this triangle over the x-axis. Now the way this works is, let's start with point D here. This is only 1 unit away from my line of reflection. So if this is 1 unit away, then on the other side, I'm just going to go 1 unit. And this is going to be my new point D. So I put apostrophe by that. That's D prime. Whereas point F here is, let's see, 1, 2, 3 units away from my line of reflection. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 on the other side. And that's point F. Again, I put an apostrophe there, so this is F prime. All right, so I got one side of my triangle here, kind of picturing it here. So here we're going to count 1, 2, 3, also 3 units. So I'm going to go 3 units on the other side, and this is E prime. Anytime you do a transformation, we call that point the E prime. And there's my triangle. Notice how it seems like we flipped the triangle over that line of reflection. Let's look at this for reflecting over the y-axis. Here I have triangle ABC. Another pro tip is I like to start with the point that is closest to the line of reflection. So in this case, it's point C. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 units away. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And here's my C prime then. Now, if you're getting tired of counting, another thing to do is look at your x-axis here, right? So point A lines up with the 5, so I know that this is 5 units. Okay? So I'm going to count 5 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's A prime. Likewise, point B lines up with the 8 here. So this is 8 units. So I'm going to count 8 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's B prime. All right. Now, let's take a look at these bottom two examples here. We have reflect over a horizontal line and reflect over a vertical line. Now, for the horizontal line, our line of reflection is going to be y equals 2. It's not going to be an axis like we did here. And for the vertical line, our line of reflection is going to be x equals 2. So the way this looks is when you have y equals 2, that's a slope of 0, like so. You might remember Adventures of Slope Dude, right? Whereas x equals 2 is our vertical line goes through the x-axis at 2. This is slope you would say is undefined, like so. I always like to highlight that line of reflection. All right, let's start with this one. Notice with this, the line goes through point B. So that point's actually going to stay there. It's not going to move. This point is also going to be our B prime. It's just like how we did up here, except now you're not counting to like the y-axis. You're counting how far it is from that line of reflection. So in this case, that's 3. 1, 2, 3. So notice we're flipping the triangle over this line, not an axis. Likewise here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these are my prime points. So there's a reflection over a vertical line. Now, for horizontal line, you might notice kind of a pattern here with all of these examples. You're counting how far the point is from that line of reflection. So point J here, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 units right there. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 for point J. Likewise, this is going to be 6 units here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for K prime. And then this is also 6 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for L prime. And again, in all of these pictures, you can see how the triangle looks like it was flipped over that line of reflection here. That's how you do reflection.